Yeah, mic is here, but the volume, I don't know. I don't know what is going on. Seems like stop playing. Shoot. Let me see what's up. Yes. Lack of music. Cancel. So it seems like even having OBS on, even while not streaming, can affect it once it starts streaming. Well, at least thing is unstable. So maybe that might be the reason why there's no volume. Yeah, it's still unstable. So what's up? What is up? Hmm. Let me see what's going on. Let me turn on my off my mic and then on. Do. Okay. So at least that's present. But that's it. It's just present. OBS. Or I feel like I'm just making fun of it. Too much. I figured it's just my computer. Oh yeah. Um. So today I actually did work. While being passenger in a car, so that could probably be it. Especially me turning off Wi-Fi. And I just plugged my computer in without turning it back on, so I can even use Bluetooth. So that's a bad thing about my mouse and keyboard. So probably that also affected the volume. Let me see if I could do figure out what to do. No. Figure out how to play it. So let me get audio output. Okay. Wait a second. I think I found out what might be the reason why. Let me go to properties. Now it works. So I had to do the entire recycling process of adding it and informing it like it's new. What it was that it didn't detect the Bluetooth headphones when I turn off Bluetooth, even though I turned it back on again and had my headphones on and playing some other videos and stuff. Even if I didn't start up OBS. So I had my Bluetooth headphones on before ever even starting OBS. So did it not detect it? Was there any issues with trying to connect, especially since I had to reconnect my keyboard? Was it because it was a pairing issue? Now, something specific, I'm just gonna say, then I just go forward to Spanish, is there an issue when it came to interference with Bluetooth devices while being connected to the USB hub and trying to do everything that is wired So when it comes to the monitor, when it came to accessories like the mic and all that such, was there a big interference that I had to do the entire recycle because it's sort of messed up the detection process? It's possible. Anywho, let's look at my notes on what I have learned, which this one I actually need to search up, which is and. And that's how you spell and. So E. No, doggo. So I actually just put E for the letter E in English instead of Y. But yeah. This word actually came to be with, Espanol y Inglés. So Spanish and English. Also vice versa. So English and Spanish. Inglés y Español. So hablo español y inglés, or usted hable, or hable inglés y español. So, do you speak English and Spanish? And also Spanish and English, so español y inglés. So E is for and. So it's just a Y. I don't really have to chunk anything, but just have one piece of chunk, which is Y. With one letter, just in case people get confused with Y in English, for it being WHY. Oh yeah, let me adjust my nose. Because it seems like this freaking material of these old balaclavas is pretty irritated. But then again, I'm also used to modern balaclavas. So no wonder these face out. But then again, people actually used to wear old garments like, what's it, wool? Which that just irritates me. So that is the first letter of the day, E. And. Now onwards to soy. So let's see if it actually comes with the English. No. I have to write the English, not the Spanish version. So I am, which should be soy, yeah. So this is what I remember. Soy is just for referring to I when it came to particular things, or telling a person that I am this, that, like soy norteamericano, soy norteamericana, soy what is it? Most of the time they just use soy, so I think further on I'm gonna learn how to actually say things like, what is it? More words with me saying duh, but for now it's just referring to a person. Usually we just say soy. So let's say soy Barack Obama, soy Joe Biden. In a Spanish accent, because I gotta rehearse every time I have to pronounce something in a Spanish accent, like the city, states. That's actually further on the list. I actually learned Washington, Los Angeles, and Chicago in a Spanish accent. So Chicago or Washington. It's so. I can't pronounce Los Angeles because the GL, I just can't spell that in a Spanish accent. It's strange. It's weird. And hopefully I can pronounce it by having breaking down like I used to do in the Wikipedia articles instead of just using this side because it's not helpful. Sure, the person's pronouncing, but I need to know how to break it apart. It's important and it's challenging. That's the reason why that exists, to help people understand how to pronounce particular things. That's why having an actual physical tutor is important. At least they could break it down by saying, hey, look at how I pronounce it in my mouth. So you start seeing the R's, the Y's, the G's, different accents. It's important. Anyway, I can actually say that I talked about the state, so I don't have to include that if we're running out of time. Now, let's go to soy again. So I'm still a bit baffled, along with also saying soy a lot, like a soy boy, but that's way different. So soy something is stoy, stoy. I am tired. Estoy. Can. This would have been entertaining live that just leaked out and just made me wet. Do the entire stream while being wet. Well, sorry. The ruin bottles, but I am not wet. I am dehydrated though. My body was sort of was giving in today because of walking and such. And was my daily exercises, so the push-ups I should really made my chest and my heart feel strained. But with a good night of rest, hopefully I feel better. Now, for soy. That's it. The chunk I could put into it, the chunks, or just a chunk. I'm thinking of chunk because for some reason I feel like I can just spell this outward, but no, I think in the long term it's just more important for me just to chunk it like it is. Chunk it in how I can see it and all that such. So soy. So oi. Soy. So the Y I could say the term oi. What the? Oh crap! I'm seeing this now. I gotta see if this baba kava is even gonna last any longer. So let me chunk it into two chunks as 21. So the first chunk is 2. The last chunk is 1. So soy. So S-O. So similar to English as so. And then oi will be just Y. So soy. I think that's the case for stoy. But that will be a bit confusing because the ES and the ST can both be together because they're both pronounced. But oh well, let's go with soy. So SOY. Backwards is YOS, and forwards SOY. Now, onwards to back to just of. So for going back to D, oh yeah, actually, I was supposed to put it in English, but I put it in Spanish. But luckily, this came to be. So yeah, this is actually very important. So for of, it's important because instead of saying of, like de español or de inglés, Like, I understand a little of Español, which is hablo un poco de, so of, Español, so Spanish. I'm even getting confused with me pronouncing some words in English. I just say Spanish, which luckily that's good. Me thinking in my daily life on words I've been using in English instead of just thinking of it in Spanish is helping me remember it and understand it more. Especially with hearing, so I still got practice, but hey, at least that's something. So this D will be for from. So, de Washington, de Chicago. So from Chicago, from Washington. So soy de Washington. So that would mean I'm from Washington. So going back to me being a soy boy, I'd say soy de Chicago. So I am from Chicago. So the D, in this case, other than it being of, it will be from. So now it depends on the context of how I say it. So yeah. So I already chunked it to de, which would just be one, which is de. Because going to pronunciations, it seems that's right because I can't just say D. It's a different pronunciation. So the E does make a big difference of it being together. So let me play that.
De.
Yeah. Then from.
From.
Now, do I have enough time? Because for some reason, I keep on forgetting doing this, and it's my fault. I want to get better at actually just playing this. So I figured every time I just search up one, I should just immediately say this is the English pronunciation, this is the Spanish pronunciation. So let's go back to and, which is the first word for today.
And. Y.
Yerga. Yegra. It's not helping. It's E, not Yegra. But by itself, without being in a sentence, it's confusing. So now I gotta spend some time looking at for it. So, and in Spanish, let's see if there's a different pronunciation.
Y.
No, still Yegra. So how to say and in Spanish? Okay.
E.
Yeah, E. And.
E.
And yeah, it's E just here.
E.
Oh, okay, this is Spanish. I thought this was a way to say it in English, so E. So Y is just pronounced E. You'd say Yegra, which by itself it would be more accurate. Now let's go back to I'm a soy. Sorry, play this again. Why is it showing me again?
I am.
Soy. Alrighty. Now let's go to the next one, which is where, which is donde. So I'm looking through my notes to see if there is a word that had this in one of the practice sentences, because in the audio it actually did mention about the D, where we actually learned the of meaning of it, but not the where from. So I think donde they also mention it for like for a person who's American from the United States. But I don't recall. So anywho, donde would be where. It's important because the whole questions they've been asking about a person in Washington, Chicago, and Los Angeles, they would say donde. So the person, the señorita y señora would say, ¿Dónde es usted? So, where are you from? So, es, that would be the other one. I'm putting it down here as a separate one, S, next to, where? So it will make more sense when I look back at this. But yeah, donde, let me chunk it into donde. Let me just chunk it into two because don really sounds like dawn. So in English it would be D-O-N. That's usually the case. So don de. So with the O it has an accent. So it's said like it's O. So don. So D-O-N. And then de, which is D-E. So 32. So 3 letters first chunk. Next chunk 2 letters. So donde. Alright, let me type it in. Donde. Along with donde. D-O-N-D-E, D-O-N-D-E, so on and so forth. Now onwards to S. So interesting is that I forget how you spell starter. Essa. Oh. Trying to put on where? Sir? S? He or she? Yeah. So it's here, but it's not showing anywhere else. Just these examples. Then here. So that's interesting. Oh, let's go with S. Yeah, S. The word S is present form of sir and the third person singular. So he or she is. So is. So S. Esos. So what is it? ¿Es usted es? So even with me learning es usted, no, estoy, usted, which is for you, usted es, they use it as is, so yeah, it's just is, it's not are. So are you? So usted es. So are you? I think this person is a mix up of are and is if you're referring to a person, to a thing, versus just an object, like a straight up object, versus hell, even a thing, like an animal and such. Well, I think that's the thing with Spanish, that the sentence does matter in the context. That's the reason why when it comes to feminine and masculine, it's actually important because of context. But I figure just because you need certain words to actually make totally sense. So in this case, I just figured now that S is just is. I'm not gonna put R because I could understand is like are you are you or is you North American? That still makes sense. So yeah, I just put is. So chunking it, I just chunk it as one, so 2 letters, so es. Because E and S in Spanish by itself is different. So S, I just keep on thinking of that, just S. Now onwards to the next one, which is afternoon. So that is Buenas tardes. So buena, which would be referring to good, would always come out when making a greeting. You know, making a greeting is always good for people, for followers and such. So here it says la tarde instead of buenos tardes, which would in audio means good evenings or good afternoons. The plural when it be counted is just be singular in Spanish because of the context. So yeah, that's important to think about it. Oh, interesting. I wonder if there's anything that pops up. Oh no, it's just buffering. I thought that was a jump scare. Now, hopefully, let me check on. Oh. Yeah. I didn't have a signal. Wow. I got to now look at this computer because of the fact that I've been spending my whole day just working desktop and then just take it out and work on laptop mode. Really made this laptop confused as all heck. But yeah, afterwards or afternoons, let's just go to the last one because it's almost time, and I just should end on time. That's it. Last one is duh, which is L and la, and I actually put it here because they actually explain just the masculine and feminine. So you know, it did mention like la or L for a person, like a El Señor or La Señora. So La will be feminine and L will be masculine. And they both mean duh. So L and La. Well, I could just chunk it. For each of them, it's just one chunk and each of them have 2. So for L, it's just 2 letters in one chunk, so EL. And La is just one chunk with 2 letters. So I just like practice. So L, L, EL, 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 and then LA, 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 LA. So I can think of Los Angeles as an acronym, but you know. And then for spelling L instead of instead of L, would just be confused. I just remember, oh, it's just EL for L instead of L. So that's the way I think about it. I don't know, just my English is like that. I can understand the different L's, so I can understand that they're different. So I won't get mixed up. I don't know about anybody else if they have the same feelings about that. Or who knows? Maybe we're all confused about that too. We're all confused with the chunking process, the pronunciation process. Just not like I was when it came to me learning about R, not really being R, it really is. But under context, it could also be R, because in English, it does make sense if you put like is instead of R. People would sort of understand you. And that's the confusing. Anyway, I just learned. And as E, I'm as soy. From as de. Where is for donde. S is. Afternoon is el tarde. Um, or buenos tardes. And then da for el or la. That's pretty much it. Anywho, that is it. So long.